My name is Heather, and I'm an economics major, and my internship was with the U.S. Foreign Commercial Service, which is part of the trade sector for the U.S. Department of Commerce, and it was in Brussels.
And my name's Mitch McClellan. I'm a history major. I worked with Bruegel, which is an economic think tank for European policy. I was in Brussels with her.
I worked from 9 to 5, so 7 hours with an hour lunch break, and every day I kind of had a lot of market research I was doing, writing up briefs and reports, and we regularly had meetings. We often had events or seminars that we had to work on and get prepared for, and trade shows as well.
My daily schedule, I worked from 9 to 6 each day with an hour lunch break, with the exception of Friday where I worked 9 to 4 because it's a 38-hour work week in Belgium. My daily tasks, I have to tell you more about what my big task was while I was there. They had a contact database that they used to keep track of people they sent emails to and other VIPs. But lots of people had entered information into the system, and it become very convoluted and troublesome. So my job was to clear up the database, and that's what I did each day. Is I created guidelines and then I implemented those guidelines.
Probably one of my favorite projects was getting ready for a trade show. It's for best green practices. So in Brussels, what's kind of huge right now is green technology. And so we did a lot of research on green companies that are US-based companies, and kind of put together the show and put the event together, invited companies to come. It was a lot of fun.
My favorite project was more of each week we usually hosted events where they invited people to come to. And I really enjoyed helping out with those events because they added variety to my job, and also just the people that I was able to meet to talk with during those events. It was pretty fun.
I thought that the prep course was one of the best preparations for sure. I did a lot of briefs, and so it helped with that experience. For my type of internship, having the BYU or the business or economics background really helped because I knew a lot of what I was looking up and what they wanted out of the companies and what kind of information. So it really helped in that.
For me, I didn't write any briefs at any point during my internship, but I think the most helpful thing about the prep course was getting to know more about European history and different institutions, because with my internship we dealt with a lot with the European Commission and the Parliament, so I needed to know a lot of specific things about that. And to prepare for it, I think the thing that helped me out the most, I took a year of French before, which you don't really need, but it made things a little bit easier.
We both had tuition scholarships, and we're both in the social science.
College of Family, Home, and Social Science.
And they have a Mary Lou Fulton scholarship grant for people that do internships, and so if you do that, I would definitely take advantage of that. We both got it, and that was very nice.
Yeah, so financing for us wasn't a big issue.
Yeah, there's lots of options for financing. You just gotta look for it. I'd say it was one of the best things for our marriage. We loved it, and it was a really great experience to have just you two alone in a foreign country without anybody else. And it also gave us somebody to always travel with, so we didn't have to do things alone. But at the same time, we went to work alone, so we could be independent on our own. But we still had somebody at the end of the day to talk about our experiences and to travel with, and it really made it that much better.
Places like Venice and Paris are much funner when you have a spouse.
We did 2 weeks at the beginning when we got there, and we just backpacked through Europe, so we kind of hit up Germany and Italy and Paris.
Then each weekend we made it a goal to travel, so we went to Amsterdam and London and Prague and different places like that. When we got there, we kind of had a reality check that we weren't maybe going to be able to do all the traveling we wanted to. But we felt happy with the decision we made just to travel around Belgium more, because there's a lot of beautiful places to see there that we wouldn't have been able to experience as much as we did if we focused on traveling great distances.
And that's why I say I'd highly recommend the Cultural Proofs class, because it talked about some things I would never thought of doing, but we got to do it, and we loved it. And I probably dragged him to Bruges with me 4 or 5 times because I was successful. It was a wonderful opportunity to get involved with people that work with the Department of State and the Department of Commerce, and you get to meet wonderful people working for the U.S. government, and kind of get a feel for what the foreign commercial service is like. So if somebody that is interested in that type of thing, or public policy, doing an internship with the Department of Commerce or the Department of State is awesome. It's the best thing to do.
For me, it was the experience to work with a think tank, to be able to see what they actually do. A great benefit for me was that Bruegel's a small organization, so in a sense I could create the type of job that I wanted to do. There's lots of growth, and I think that's a very applicable thing for my future career as well, to be able to know how to work in a business and how to grow in it as well. I think it's a wonderful experience. I was able to go there with my wife, and I was also able to experience the culture of Europe a little bit more and to understand more of where they're coming from when we hear things on the news, and when there's strikes and different things like that. I understand culturally why they're more willing to do that. I feel that's made me more open as an individual to listen to other people from different cultures and to empathize with them more.
Yes, I would highly recommend it. I think it's an excellent learning tool in preparation for future careers. I would recommend to start thinking about this well in advance, because there's some incredible opportunities there in Brussels. Some of them need to be done far in advance, like 6 months though, so start thinking about it quickly.